Good evening, everyone. A minute to go, and then we begin.
गरीब के अलावा भी कुछ
I would like all the participants to mute themselves before we start. Good evening, everyone. We welcome you all to our next session from Library Solution and Librarian Association. So yes, we before we start, we would introduce ourselves. So we would have a Library Solution whose initiative is this to introduce themselves, and then going ahead, we'll talk about Librarian Association. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session, and we are really excited to have you here. I'm represent. My name is Akash, and I'm representing Library Solutions here. And this is our ninth webinar. So every Saturday we are having webinar. So many of you have been joining throughout since day one. That is really exciting and honor for us. So before we get started, we would like to share a quick introduction about Library Solutions. So we have put together a short video that showcases how we help schools set up libraries with curated collections which are aligned with NEP guidelines. And also we have a curated collection for IBs as well. So let's watch the video to understand what we do.
Hi, correct. देख लेंगे गाइडेंस दोनों मेरे फोन में भी चित्र आता है
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. Kuntal ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Akash. So this is a very collaborative series with Librarian Solution, and we are Librarian Association. So who are we? We are a group of passionate librarians who have just come together 8 years back to form a community of librarians. And I'm a co-founder of Librarian Association. My name is Kuntal, and we, together with Library Solutions, are coming up to upskill the librarians. This is our website. We do a lot of courseworks. We do conferences, and whatever the money that we collect goes on building our libraries in the rural areas. So we support a lot of initiatives through books or building up a community library. So yes, we recently are having a conference in Delhi for the librarians. So yes, that's what Librarian Association is. And people, those who have missed out the wonderful sessions in past, everything is on a recorded form and it's on a YouTube channel of Library Solution. Please do visit that to look into our past recordings. And today, yes, we have Miss Maitri over here with us. So over to you, Miss Maitri, who is a presenter and a proud librarian. Yes, so she's the one who will be leading you this session with. Over to you, Maitri. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Akash and Kuntal. As she mentioned that I am part of the librarian, a proud librarian, true that. And I am with the librarian team for the past 8 years, actually, since the time of the beginning of this platform. And I am actually glad and honored to be here, to be in front of you as a presenter. So you all are already aware that what we will be talking about today, and we will be actually exploring the reading program. That's the that's today's webinar's heading topic, actually. So without any further delay, I'll quickly share my screen and we will start dive into the reading program, how we can design for the libraries that we are working in. I hope everyone is able to see the see my screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Before I begin, thank you all the participants for registering and joining today's presentation. Hopefully, I will be able to help you out because library is all about helping, all about supporting each other. We do provide support to the students, teachers. So this is one thing that is needed in the school libraries 100%. And even if anyone is there from the other libraries, like whether it is a college library or university, even you can also maybe able to use a few strategies to motivate your readers. So without delaying, let's see that what is there for this evening. Okay, so this is my session, which is in brief. I just wanted to talk to you about how why reading programs are essential, how we as librarians can help, or the other library staff in the library who all are present, how they can help, how we can create the goals for the reading program, and so that we can actually make that successful. And obviously, planning and background work is actually there will be no importance if we cannot implement them successfully. So that's something that is very, very important as well. So why reading program? So if we look at the need of the reading program, and if we look at the benefits, we will get an idea, the overview of it. In today's world, we have seen the students, the kids, how they are the reading habits, how it is declining. I am a librarian. I am working in the school for the past 17 years. And I have seen the way when I started my career, how the kids were into reading, because not much devices, gadgets were easily available to them, and how they are now, and how the declining that reading habits slowly over the period. I have seen that. So that's one of the challenge that we, not as a librarian, we as teachers, we as parents, we face it on a regular basis. And definitely, because so many devices, gadgets, and the digital media platform is easily available, that's one of the major reason actually the focus is going down, the concentration is going here and there, and the reading habits is declining as a result. So we need to target that area where we can actually build the reading habits. Uh, it's a request to the participants to please keep yourself on mute. Thank you. Uh, so obviously, then the need of the comprehension and vocabulary, irrespective of the boards, whether it is Indian or international or any board from any country, we teachers understand that how much comprehension and vocabulary is important. Doesn't matter, it always has to be that it English. It can be in any language, but without reading, without developing the knowledge, the comprehension, the vocabulary will not develop. So that's one thing that we need to target. And definitely supporting multilingual reading, as I mentioned, that it doesn't have to be always English. It could be in any language. Let the love for reading, let us help to develop the love for reading. Then automatically from one language to another language, it will it will go forward. It will keep on going. And the moment these things are targeted, obviously we can see over the period of time. It's not a magic. Definitely, we also as librarians, we also have to develop the program. We have to execute it, and we also have to monitor the progress. Then over the period of time, I'm sure that you will see some benefits that your kids are getting. So obviously, it will 100% develop their literacy skills. It will boost their academic performances, the kind of projects they have to do, the kind of research-oriented projects they'd have to do in certain boards, or they have to write the essays and all at, like, maybe in the higher studies level, in the grade 11th and 12th level, or in the college level. It will actually help them. They will come and they will only tell you that these are the things which has helped us, and that is the motto that we all are having as librarians. And obviously, the last one but not the least, the imagination, logical and critical thinking. Reading is the key to develop all these skills, all these things which is needed for them to be the lifelong learners. So moving ahead, now library is the heart of the program. Because when we are talking about reading and we are talking about books, we obviously have to give it importance to the library. So as librarians, how we can help them? So if we go and take the baby steps, we see that we can divide them into multiple phases. And as and when we are going into the phases, we can plan accordingly. Collection development is really, really important when we develop the collection in the library over the period of time. Slowly, we can actually develop the collection, relevant and age appropriate books. Today's generation, first of all, they are choosy. They are not into reading. So to target them and motivate them and bring them into the reading habit, we have to keep our library collection up to date. That's one of the major requirement that we have to have. So look for the books which is relevant, which the kids are finding interesting, and it is also at the same time age appropriate, because certain books are having some content which might not be suitable for the age group that you are targeting. So before implementing this kind of programs, we also have to check and do the background work from our end in the library itself. So collections should be including fictions, non-fictions, the graphic novels. There are a lot. Actually, I am not going into deeper into the genres, because there are a lot of genre things available, and you can look into it. Non-fiction itself is having different kind of genres. The cataloging sessions and all what you have attended, you might be knowing how deviated it is and how variety of collection can actually build up your non-fiction section. Similarly, for fiction also, fictions are also nowadays divided into several genres. But yes, in general, the fiction, non-fiction, graphic novels, all these should be there. If possible, I would like to suggest that get one ebook platform for the students that will actually help them, because since they are into the, see, we have to go with the flow. We really cannot say we will not incorporate AI, or we will not allow them to read from the screen. Those kind of things will not work. So let us also be take or adjust with the things, that how things are evolving. So it would be highly appreciated that if you can get one ebook platform where the kids can go at any time at their ease and they can read it. And obviously, targeted acquisitions, when we talk about that, allocating budget is very, very important, because if you are heading the library or you are managing the library, you know how difficult it is to get the budget approvals, and then plan accordingly that how much is needed in which segment. So those are the background work that we have to keep, we have to we have to be giving some importance, so that whilst we start implementing the program, we should not be facing challenges much. Uh, Consider the teachers and students request, students especially, because if they are suggesting something, they are expecting something, when you get all those things for them, they will be reading them. So, and that's end of the day our motto is. And then ensure that the collection is never stale. I know I am not going deeper into this point, because I know as librarian this is sometimes a bit challenging for us, because we are not getting every time the freedom or the opportunity to make the collection, that entire library collection, dynamic. And sometimes it is stale, but you try and ensure as much as you can do from your end. Seating arrangements are is another thing that I just wanted to talk about. That in the library, instead of just having certain tables and chairs, those are the furnitures that will be there in the library. But if you can make a small, not a very vibrant one, not a very bigger one, but even if it is possible to make a small reading corner, a deep reading corner, where like the students can go, they can they can spend some time into deep reading. That will, I think they will like it. And sometimes, yes, they wanted to talk about the books. um, may I request the participants to please mute themselves? Thank you. And one thing which is there, collaboration tables. Now, why collaboration tables? Because we know the traditional libraries always maintain silence and and don't talk, that kind of setup. But sometimes it is good to have some conversation related to the books with the kids. It could be a book club collaboration table. If the kids are part of a book club, let them come to you, the library, let them use different kind of books and let them share their views about it. The more they will be doing that, it would be good for them. And you will also get an opportunity to know how much they are reading, what they are thinking about certain titles. So those things will actually help us also as well. Comfortable seating for casual browsing. Sometimes they just wanted to go through, they wanted to read a few pages. So if we can make the provision for them, that would be good. Tablets, computers, if possible, in the library. For the ebook platform, obviously, I know I have mentioned that it should be like that the students should go and read, and they should be having the option of going and reading the books anytime. But in case certain child wants to read sitting in the library, or you yourself wanted to show or do a session with the ebooks that are available in your library, so it would be good to have a few gadgets in the library that will actually help them. Digital catalog, it is also one of the things which is recommended. Make your catalog be accessed by the students, by the teachers, as and when they would like to. OPAC, it could be from any software that you are using, the library automation software. Most of the softwares do have the provision of making their catalog openly accessed by the students and teachers. So try to do that. And since this is the heart of the reading program, so invite people, I would say invite people, invite students, tell the teachers, do your book club reviews here, do your book club meetings in the library. Let's do some reading challenges, sign-ups. Maybe you can pick up something which is going on or in the month, celebrating something. Those things will actually attract more users, more readers in the library. And in case a student is taking any initiative, try see if you can incorporate that in your program or in your library somewhere or the other. Doesn't have to be like always throughout the year, but at point certain times we can actually give it is also a student voice and student agency, I would say. They can go and they can actually they will also feel good about it, that they have suggested something to the library and the librarians have taken that feedback in a positive way and incorporated that. That will anyway motivate. If something happens to us, we are also very happy about it. So kids will certainly be, they will also feel very happy about the same thing. And obviously, the recognition ceremonies can also take place in the library sometimes if you are conducting a reading program and you really wanted to acknowledge if a child is taking it seriously. So moving on, this is the third phase that I would say, that skills, how we can build the skills and how we can support digital literacy. That the books, if you are supporting, if you have taken subscription of any digital platforms or any ebook platform where the child can go and read,
Camera Janu.
please
Camera family.
at the same time also go and train them. May check whether they are able to browse the books which is of their level and they are selecting the books. Doesn't have to be always like a paid one or the subscribed one. There are a lot of websites also available. Certain publishers have also created their websites there where so many books are free, available for free. The kids can go and read. Even the teachers can also go and browse through. So those things, if you do it in small sessions, that will help your readers. And if possible, suggest them interactive reading apps, and you can also download one, you can show it to them. So those things will actually help them. And to plan a reading program and successfully implement that reading program in the library, we have to have the student-centric approach, because we are targeting them. They are our targeting audience. So when we are targeting them, we have to think and we have to incorporate the things that they would like. So librarian and the library staffs, definitely they are reading mentors. The students should come to you. They should be asking for suggestions. You can suggest them general. You can also suggest the books based on their personal interest. They will also feel connected with you. They'll also get motivated. They will also understand that you actually give them importance when they are coming and seeking help from you. And to monitor the progress, if you are developing a reading program, you have to have a reading log or a reading journal. Otherwise, it is difficult for us. I am not saying we have to have both. If you are having already in your library or you are planning to have one, then you can opt for one, because maintaining two would be too much on your plate and as well as on the student's plate also as well. So choose one which you like personally, or you think because you are the one who knows your students. So based on their knowledge, based on their interest, you know their time frame, knowing everything, you can choose one and you can ask them to complete, and then that will help you to monitor their progress. Peer recommendation is another strategy which actually helps a lot, and kids, they do like it because they actually feel very good when they get the chance to suggest something to their friends, and their friends also gives importance, and then they are picking up something suggested by them. Like, we all also suggest each one of us the Netflix shows and all. It's a similar kind of strategy, but just with the book, so that we can bring bring our students into reading habit. And if they are reading, if they are putting that hard work and effort, we can also acknowledge them by showing their book reviews. Ask them to write the book reviews, not the huge ones. Nowadays, there are so many platforms online also available where they will get to.
Now listen to me.
may I request the participants to please mute? Thank you. So when they see that their reviews are on the board and there some importance are being given to them when they are reading something, and the teacher librarians are they are acknowledging their efforts, that will actually motivate them in a positive way. So that will actually help. And how we can promote reading, obviously you are into this field or you intend to be into this field, so you might already know something about it, and I am also sharing a few. There is a chat, the chat window is open. If you feel like sharing some more, this is just a visual representation what we can accommodate, what we can incorporate to promote the reading, or sometimes these things can be blended with your reading program as well. So these things you can you can take as per your need, as per your interest, as per your students interest. So that can be actually incorporated. But if there are something more that you wanted to share with your fellow librarians, please do not hesitate. Feel free to share it in the chat window. I would definitely read them if you share something. I'll take the questions. Yes, book promotion video done with students. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, there is, since I have mentioned that book testing is something when you place certain books on the table and then you ask the children to come and read them, maybe a small bit of it or a part of it, and then they are sharing their responses. I would emphasize more while doing the question answer sessions. Author workshops, book hunt, yes. Quiz competition about the book quizzes, yes. Thank you for sharing. There are wonderful suggestions been given in the chat window. So the librarians can also take a moment and take a look at the chat window. That will give them some idea that what can be. Every time, everything cannot be blended with your reading program. But yes, certain things can be blended over the year, over a term, and that will eventually help your help to execute your reading program. Yes. Thank you. Okay, I am noting down during the question answer session. Please type this question because right now I won't be able to attend this, but at the end of the session, definitely I will talk about it. Okay, so why this reading logs and reading journals? There might be because I know as librarians, I have personally faced it. So I have just noted down a few so that you can also see, and because these things we actually have to present in front of the management or the heads or the coordinators, because in case you wanted to introduce something new to the students, we have to get approvals and we have to go through multiple stages. So these are some of the benefits why we have to choose the reading log or the reading journals. So this will definitely, they will be recording that. So it will help them to, and it will help them, it will help the students to maintain the consistency in the reading habit, improve their comprehension and the analytics. When they will read, they will analyze it. They can sometimes write down like that, or they might come to ask you something if they read about some para or some topic or something and they did not understand, or they wanted to make some connection, they can definitely run back to you. And strengthen definitely writing skills, because we talked about developing and improving the comprehension and vocabulary. This is one of the parameter that can be targeted. English teachers would be really happy to know that. And then support differentiated learning, because differentiation is very much common nowadays and it is actually the need of the hour. So we can also, at the same time, we can monitor how much a child is reading. As librarians, you will get to see that. You can also discuss with the teachers if in case at point certain things needed, or you can also help the child taking out those kind of books which can help the child to strengthen the reading skills, and provide the valuable assessments data for teachers. Teachers will get to know how much the child is, where the child is standing by doing the reading program, where the child is progressing, or there are any difficulty that they can spot, and then they can work accordingly. And based on that, the strategies can be modified. Foster a personal connection with the books, because when I'm reading something and I'm noting it down, I also do remember. Suppose something I'm reading in the month of June or July or August, and then the school year is ending by the end of the, suppose like April, or suppose like in June, I will forget what I have read. But if I'm having a small or small note about that book or the name of the book, that will be a connection that I can have. Promote long-term reading growth, which is very, very important, and metacognition, which is thinking like what they have read before, if they can make connection with what they are reading now, or they think about it, that time I read that book and I was thinking like this, but now when I'm reading a different one, something is different, so I can also think about my thought, what I have actually thought by reading, suppose like book A or book B. So a bit complicated one. This does not, might not work with the primary students. This is little bit for the like lower middle division, like 7 8, or the senior section, definitely. So that will help them. That will also help them to critically analyze things, because that's one of the thing that in certain boards the students, they are actually forced into that. But if the reading program is being developed, then this will automatically take them to that place, and the transition would be much more smooth. Okay. On what the reading. So there is one visual presentation which I have included here. See, reading logs, the differences are on the screen, that what is the difference between the reading log and the reading journal, and what are the differences, that how will you decide that which one is going to be appropriate for your school or for your class. So this is something which will help them, because reading log is basically the printed version where they just write down what they have read, how many minutes they have read the book, and that consistency they will record everything. Whereas the reading journal, uh, I actually like that personally, but sometimes obviously based on the curriculum pressure or certain other things, we might not be able to include reading journals every time. But if can, this is basically to capture different kind of book reviews, different kind of works that they are having. You yourself can design a reading journal, or you can also take something which is readily available. Just a pro tip: when you do the reading journal, if something you are borrowing from somewhere, do give the credit. That is something that we always tell the kids, that they have to maintain the academic honesty. So as teachers, we also have to follow the same thing. And obviously, so when they will record everything, it is there. Reading logs and reading journals, I have just mentioned the differences there. In case you are having any question, you can definitely ask me during the QA session, or you can write it in the chat window. I will definitely go through all of that and try to address as much as I can. Okay. Moving ahead. Okay. There is one QR code which has been displayed there, and you can scan the QR code, and there is a question waiting for you. Please do answer if you think you have already started or thought about implementing the reading program, or you are already implementing something in the library and you are facing certain challenges. You can definitely mention there. We might not know, we might get some solution from someone else, or from, or if it is possible, definitely I will also try to address it. So I will just go to the screen. If you can scan it, and you can start typing it there. I will share the responses for everyone so that you can take a look. This is the screen that is there in front of you. In case you are facing anything and you are typing the answers there, it will be visible to everybody. Academic pressure or unit integration plan. Yes, that is one thing that okay. Yes, so many responses. Thank you, participants. Time integrating reading sessions into already busy timetable for classes. Yes, some schools, they do have the curriculum in the library. Lack of support, very important one. Time constraint. As it's an IB school, there is always a lot of activities program. But sometimes the PYP coordinators try to talk and just build a rapport with the PYPCs. They might help. They have the provision of including it, incorporating it there. Some principals, coordinators, they are also much into that reading. Okay. I just need the help.
I think
I'm
there
not
is
very sure. So many
editing.
lines.
No, there is some editing happening on the, if anybody by mistake has pressed the editing part of the Zoom, please see, because these lines are coming from the editing part of the Zoom. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so many things. You can also take a look at the same time. This link will be activate for a few days, so you can go back and you can see the responses, and in case anything is there, you can also address that question. That the participants are also having the free access to it. I am going ahead. I am moving ahead. So just 1 minute. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yes, there are a lot of challenges that even I can also relate to some of them, because curriculum pressure, the support maybe from the management or the heads that you are working under, and sometimes the fund issues, the time constraints, library curriculum. So all that are there, but if we can meticulously plan something, and maybe not, let's not start in a bigger way. Let's target one grade, or maybe if you are doing IB, let's target one unit where you can collaborate and maybe do a small reading related things. Then sometimes it might help, and they will also understand that it is over the period of time. Your heads, your coordinators will also understand that what is the importance of reading. I am sure that most of them are already understanding, and just keep on, don't get disheartened, keep on trying. At least let's you don't lose your hope. That's what I can suggest. So you can break your reading program planning into three segments. One is planning, other one, then do the background work, plan how you can design the program, what all are the grades. As I mentioned, do not target the entire school. Start with small. If you are having a primary section and you are the whole school librarian, start grade 1 to 3. If you are a middle school librarian, start grade 6s first. Start small, see the outcome, and then probably that ongoing thing, one after the other, you can start adding them. So that is one thing that will help you when you are launching the program. Once your background work is done, you have planned everything, you have approached, they have got to go ahead. Then second thing is coming, that launching of the program. So when you are launching the program, be clear what you are expecting from the students, be clear what you are expecting from the parents. Suppose, just giving an example to you to make it simple, if you are setting a reading limit of 15 minutes per day, inform your parents, Tell them this is the expectation that you are having from the child. The child will go home, read for 15 minutes and fill in the reading log and come back next day, or weekly once you can check them out. So that's the expectation from the parent. Tell the class teacher, inform the parent, and then you start, so that no one can tell you, we don't know about it that you are doing something in the library. We will definitely inform people, and then we will start going ahead. And ongoing is repeatedly, we have to remind, we have to check the progress. So in that way, if we do that repeatedly and consistently for a longer period of time, the other side, the parents, the teachers, the coordinators will definitely take it seriously, because ultimately you are promoting reading that everybody wants. Support, collaboration is needed. So your teachers have to be involved when you plan. Do a small orientation, tell the teachers what you have planned, what you are expecting, and you do please share the information. At times, if it is needed, collaborate with them. Maybe an art teacher you can collaborate with an art teacher, or maybe you can collaborate with an English teacher. Those things will help. Parents, they are mostly there to support you. They will not actively do something for you, but they will be mostly there to support and see how much their kids are reading at home. That's all you want from them. But yes, obviously, if possible, if you are having the option, do invite them to conduct some special sessions for your students. They will love it, and maybe your students will also love it, because someone else apart from the regular face in the library will come and will talk to them and will tell them about the books. So those things do help. These are some success tips that can help you. I know maybe adding a little extra, but this will help us. And what you are planning as librarian, these are the things that will actually help you to to implement the reading program successfully. Motivate them, the students, and build rapport with them. Unless you build a rapport with them, they will not open up to you. You cannot also motivate them to read certain books. Let them try some new genres and all. So those things are possible when you have a good rapport with them. Track their reading progress. You already have the reading log or the reading journal. Acknowledge their improvement. Even I saw it in the chat window. Definitely a reading badge. It doesn't have to be a very worthy prize or something like that. Maybe just a verbal mention sometimes in the assembly or in the class, or a reading certificate or a reading badge, or maybe a student librarian in the class. If you are keeping certain books in the reading corner, classroom library, you appoint your student librarian, change that responsibility. That will get them involved with you for the program itself. Then obviously recognitions that I have already talked about. So that was the plan, something which I wanted to share with you all. And if you could take something from there, that I'll really be glad, that as librarians, we all can motivate our students to learn and obviously to get into the reading habit. So I just wanted to, because I could see so many questions were there. So I'll just open the chat window. In case you are having some questions, I will try to address them one by one. Let me see how much I can do. Which ebook platform? See, there are so many reading applications and all. I am not very sure whether I can. It's there. Certain schools are also having, like in India, we do have the Reading A to Z. This is a paid version. Then we are having Epic. A lot of, in the librarians forum also, you ask, they can. It depends how much budget you are having, and then you can go ahead for this. These are all paid ones, and the non-paid ones that I did talk about, certain book publishers are having their websites itself. You can see the kind of small books, or the reading, the books for the younger grades, or sometimes the books senior graders, that will come along with the purchase, but that mostly for the textbooks and all. But many publishers, they do have their pages. Even all the big publishers are also having the websites. Certain amount of books are all the time, those are free for them. So those things, even on the librarian website, what Kuntal has shown at the beginning of the session, even over there also, a lot of ebooks resources and all are already being listed. So there is one Padlet Connections there. You can go there and you can check them out, and you can use them, or you can suggest your students also to use. Learning platforms I have. How is the program structured? As I think I have mentioned a few things about it, that certain activities you can see, and based on your need, you can plan them, or maybe a simple one just to tell them that they have to read this much, and you set a goal. And when they are reaching that goal set by you, and you can recognize them, that could be the very basic and the simple one to start off. Then activities, book talk competitions. Yes, we did. Okay. How was the reading program design? Was needs and assessment done beforehand? Not really. For the reading program, see, we on behalf of the library, we are motivating reading. We are promoting reading. We are not checking how much the child is capable, and based on how the assessments marks and all. What is happening? There are some reading measures that there are some. Different people do follow, certain schools do follow different kind of methods to know where the child is standing. One of the very popular way is Lexile. You can Google about it, and you get to know. It will tell you how where the child is standing, how much the child is capable to read. That formal assessments, sometimes those are paid ones. If you are having the budget, you can go about it. But if you do not have, you can check them how much they are able to read, or sometimes the different level books are also there available from different publishers. In the library also we do have, so you can start by just checking them, how much from the level 1 to level 2, level 3. Those are the simple different ways that you can incorporate. Book promotion, okay. I think I have mentioned about how book testing can happen, that you can spread some books. It could be based on certain topic also. It could be based on theme also. You can ask kids to read, and they can also note down their observations, or how does it look like. If we are tasting different food, we do talk about like this is good, this is sour, this is little bit more spice should be there. So like this it is. There are some ready templates definitely available. You can also create on your own, and that's a very good actually activity to hook them into reading with the younger students. That works. And assignments nowadays, children are not reading storybooks. Okay, reviewing reward. Regarding PPT sharing, I think the library solutions, you must have received that email. You can write back there, and they will get back to you on this. Visual aids. Yes, visual aids, poster, displays, charts, interactive bulletin boards. Those are really, really effective way of actually promote reading. If your kids are doing really good into that, you can have a small corner in your library, or the floor where the students are sitting. You can have their posters, their pictures and all, and you can congratulate them. Then you can display something. You are hosting one big event, you want them to read certain books from that genre or from that author. You can create the display. You can, if you are having the provision, you can also display the poster online. That will actually help them. They will come. The moment you do that, the students will only come, and they will only approach you. So that's one of the very good strategy that can actually promote reading, and it is very much effective. The evidences are there. So students can also create book. Okay. Mini book dictionary for the storybooks. Okay. That's a good thing. Okay. Are reading sessions integrated into school timetable? I won't suggest that because you are already having, mostly you are having your dedicated library slot. You can just talk about that because reading cannot only happen in the library slot and library timing. They do have to read because we are actually inculcating the reading habit. It should not be bound to that 30 minutes or 40 minutes period. They should read at home. You can check the progress in school. Students on higher grades, it's a challenge. Because of the academic part. I am not very sure whether in the higher grade this reading programs, because they do have their curriculum and they have their set pressures. What we can do, we might not be able to do the long term one, but the short term one, suppose if you're doing the classes with them, do something in the class itself. Maybe you are having, I can just suggest one thing. Suppose you can create a genre card kind of thing and you can hand it over to them and ask them whenever they are completing something, they can write down or let you know about what genre they have read, whether it is useful for them or not. So those kind of small strategies might actually work for them. Tried reading learn, but not all us. That is what repeated follow-ups and we have to do from our end. That is something that has to happen. But eventually, when they will see the others are you are acknowledging the efforts, they will also get into that. Is there any clear lesson plan or structure of for each reading period? Unfortunately, there is not as such that library plans. Certain platforms will give you definitely. Some of them are paid, some of them are non-paid. But as such, in every class, what you will be doing, that is completely up to the librarians. Even personally, even I also have approached the board I am working with. I have approached one of the person there, but they said you can also create on your own. Unless your coordinator or a principal is asking for something, you have the freedom of selecting and planning your own curriculum, and they will be very happy about it. Withstand little, want to keep a platform. Does the program differentiate silent reading, guided reading, and story sessions? You can include them if you would like to incorporate something like that, how much silent reading you have done, and then at the end of the session or the class, you can tell them that they can do and they can record their reflection. That is how this can be blended. But mostly this is promoting individual reading. You want them to become reader. Do the guided reading part, do help them while selecting or choosing the book from the library, but not every time. Also, they should be having that open access to the books. How does the program engage high performing readers who need advanced content? So in case you are having the reading log, there is no provision definitely, but you can always address that separately, and you can ask the child maybe to stand in the class and then talk about it, or the review, because I have also suggested a book review wall. So you can ask that child to create that review or do the peer recommendation for that, why the child wanted to do, and then display that. In that way, the child can also feel motivated. Yes, we do have sometimes the kids like that. So in that way, that can be incorporated. Actually, we are not able to conduct a reading program. It should be made compulsory by CBSE. That is something, yes, I know, I have seen a thumbs up. True, that is. Library rules, but they are not following. These are common struggles that we all are facing every day. What techniques can we use to motivate reluctant readers? Target the interest. That is the only thing, and build rapport. Unless you build a rapport and target their interest, it will be difficult, because sometimes they are actually very reluctant. I don't like reading. I do not read. I will watch the movie. These kind of responses as teachers we are getting. But we have to make them understand that reading is also important, and they can maybe start by little the thinner one, the most interesting one where there are like mysteries in every page, and it is so those are that background work. I did talk about collection development, include certain books which is having this kind of content, and then target them. You can try from your end and then let's see. So two things I have told. One is target their interest. Number two is build rapport. Then only they will open up and they will listen to you. Publishers' websites. You I am not very sure whether I am allowed to say, but Penguin is also having that kind of website. Story Weaver is having, Pratham Books is having. You can go and you can check their websites. They are having those platforms where you can also read a few books free. Certain, I think, Story Weaver or those things, it is completely free. So free ebook, use those keywords on Google, that free ebooks or free PDF readers, or maybe some publishers which offers you free reading. So there you can go. Thank you, those who are saying it is very useful and it is going to be helping you out. I'm saying thank you to all of them. Your session. Screen notes be available, please, so that we could access them. My screen notes. Okay, this is what I have already addressed. Please do write back to them. And even I do not know whether it is allowed or not. So they will only get back. Either librarian or the library solutions representatives will get back to you.
Screen notes little bit difficult to get into. I mean,
Yeah. Participants, I have told them whether it is the PPT presentation is.
yes, so we normally, I will come back with you on that if that is
Okay. I have seen that Miss Kuntal, she has already shared the feedback form.
feedback form.
Please do fill that out. That will help us also plan the next webinars. And even if something needs to be incorporated or some needs to be addressed, then definitely the team will work on that and they can help you out. I hope I have answered all the question. What is interactive bulletin board? I am not going deeper into that. An interactive bulletin board is something where the students can also respond. Suppose it is not a stagnant display, it is having some provision where the student can also interact. They can write the answers and all. There is one webinar, I think, Kuntal, that already happened, right? That was one of the topic
Yeah.
was being covered here only. You
Yeah.
can go back and you can check the recording on the YouTube channel. You will get an elaborated idea how that can be created.
I think Mr. Mukesh has hand raised over there for a question.
Yes.
Mr. Mukesh?
Okay.
Okay, you will have to fill the feedback form. There is a pop-up on your screen also. There's a poll because if you need a certificate, the feedback is important. I mean,
Yes, Mr. Mukesh, you have raised your hands. So
Mukesh,
please,
you
you can unmute and ask, sir.
can ask her. Yeah. Think no. Okay. I think it is. Any more questions? If we have, otherwise we are at exactly on time. Please take some time to fill the feedback. There's a poll on your screen which is appearing. Please fill that poll so that we know that what your name and what is your exact thing to be given on certificate. So we wait for a minute or two. Is there, Miss Shilpa, is the hand raise, is there any question?
Kuntal ma'am, I did check with the YouTube, but the previous recordings are not available. So
They are available. It is the
request
YouTube channel is from Library Solutions. So
okay, then I checked the wrong channel.
yes.
I checked
Yeah, yeah.
Central Book. I'll do
Central
that.
Books. Central Books. So you'll find all our recordings over there. You can visit.
Anirudh,
Thank
Anirudh,
you very much, ma'am.
please share the link to see the YouTube sessions.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll
I'm
share the
sharing
link
here.
here. Yes, Miss Gavri, any question? I see the with the emojis, you can really express how the session was. Definitely, yes, there are a lot of positive feedbacks, and I see Miss Gavri's hand up. Miss Gavri, do you have any question? You can unmute yourself and you can.
No,
please
ma'am,
ask-
it's by mistake.
Oh, no worries. Okay.
Okay, the session was very nice.
Thank you. And just so there's a feedback link. Again, we request you to please fill the feedback. It's not that only for certificate, but feedbacks always help. As Maitri session very well said that when we take students reading log, even take feedback from students so that we know how we need to improve. So it's always an improvement. The feedback always helps everybody to improve. So please, when you have taken a time of 1 hour over here to listen to Ms. Maitri's session, please do take 5 minutes more to fill in the feedback form. That would
Yeah.
not only give you a proper certification, but also it will help us, improve and know what you're. I'm even posting 2 links over here. If you are not a part of Library Matters and Librarian Association, you can fill our membership form, and our core team will add you. So Library Matters is for non-IB schools and Librarian is for IB schools. And once again, Miss Maitri, I think it was lovely. As people said, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for the session. And again, thank you to Central Books, which does this commendable job of bringing librarians together and actually making these sessions available to you all. So yes, a very good collaboration goes in, and
Yeah.
always the key is the word collaboration. Collaboration works wonder. So yes, I think that's it. If there are no questions, we very well we say thank you.
Excuse
Have a
me,
lovely
ma'am.
weekend.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
Thank you
Excuse
yes,
me,
so
Have
much,
a
ma'am.
Maithili
This is
Kanmani.
Ragini.
yeah.
Thank you.
Please do if you have a
Uh,
question.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
are.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is Ragini. I've been trying to raise my hand, but I'm not able to.
Please,
No
So
please.
what
worries, no
happened
worries.
is, ma'am, ma'am, I have already filled the form from the link, and do I need to fill the poll in the Zoom, or is it fine if I don't?
I think the poll would give you, it's better that it gives you more certification name, and also if the poll also you can fill in, it would be great. I mean, it takes a minute.
Okay.
So
Okay,
anything is
I'll
fine
do that.
actually.
And also, a big thank you to Maitri ma'am and Librarian and Library Solutions for this session. Ma'am,
Yes.
this is my first webinar that I'm attending. And when I heard that it's the 9th webinar, and I was feeling like, am I left out on?
No, sir, you won't be. I mean, you're on mute. We can't hear you, Ragini, but don't worry. You go back to Central Books YouTube channel and you'll find all the webinars over there. So thank you all the participants, and thank you for all the session, and thank you, Miss Maitri, for lovely session. It
Thank
was
you
a
so
really
much,
good.
Kuntal. Thank you to Librarian, and thank you to the Library Solutions team. Without them taking this initiative, this wouldn't be possible. So that's actually, they are really praiseworthy. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maitreyi. Thank you,
Thank you.
Kuntalji, for bringing Maitreyi onto the board. It's a lovely session. I hope all the participants enjoyed it. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We end over
Bye-bye.
here.
Thank you.
Kanmani.
ये वाला नहीं आया समझ तुझे ऐसे लंबे लंबे वो वाला नहीं आया लंबा वाला शायद तुझे फिर से यही वाला समझाती हूँ